You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing right away, here's Locke. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hurts fumbles it.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Singletary will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Here the offensive
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the... Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Coming out of the end zone, Eskridge. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Play action, now it's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Tua going to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Tua's throw there taken in by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Tua. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They can...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Inside handoff, Henry fights off the defender, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the out. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Mahomes going to put it up right away.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, 52 yards. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
On first down, Hurts.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
George Karlaftis.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hurts. he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressed. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that...
That's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Devontae Smith from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns. Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner? No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points. Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him. Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got to know that you're open. And this is caught, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Okay.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And Goff going to look to throw right away. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for David Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hooker. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Here's Hooker to throw it. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14 yards that time for number 14. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Hooker. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things,
oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This will be caught by Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train?
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Now Saquon Barkley, and bulldozing his way through, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 30 yards. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hooker on first down.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hooker's going to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hooker.
The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 73 yards rushing now for Barkley, and it's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the 44-yard line, here's a second down and 6. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now. I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Looking to throw, Hooker. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 81 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play action. Here's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Hurts. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.